Hello guys, welcome back to the Vintagecraft server. This is this isn't the Vintagecraft server. This is a new game mode developed by Riot Games for the popular game of League of Legends. It's called Teamfight Tactics, and it's the newest in the AFK Battle strategy games. I don't know how to say it. But basically, we collect champions here. And we have our champions fight each other, not us. So at the start here we get to choose a champion, and I chose Rek'Sai, because Rek'Sai is really cool. This is actually my first game ever, and so I'm doing this recording afterwards just to kind of explain it a bit. So over here I'm checking their what are they called? I think they're called tribes and classes in auto chess. I don't remember what they're called in this, but basically you can see the bonuses that we were scoring over there. So Void lets us ignore armor, which means we'll do more damage when we basic attack, and the BF sword gives us attack damage to increase the damage of our auto attacks. That will help us get mana. When we get 100 mana, we use our ability. And so the idea I was going for was just to get that ability up quicker by dealing more damage, and I picked up Kha'Zix, which is the purple guy here, because he is also a Void, but decided to go with the Graves. No, I've fixed my decision. So Kha'Zix, the second one on the right, is actually an assassin. So what you will see him doing in this fight is he'll jump onto the back line and attack whatever's at the back there. You see that little one with the hood? He's about to get dropped on. Like, check this out. BAM! And it really helps with Kha'Zix's ability that we got just there, where if the enemy is isolated, they will take more damage from his ability. We did that pretty quick. So we're versing NPC camps at the moment for the first 3 stages, and we'll start to verse prayers after that. Here, you see I got 3 Kha'Zixes and combined them. So when you get 3 of the same, they will combine and make a upgraded champion of that level. So 3 level 1s will get you level 2. And I was considering what to put that item on. You can see that they combined to make a new item on Rek'Sai, which is the purple lizard type guy. So when the purple lizard dies, he will be brought back from the dead, because, you know, lizards are still annoying. We now have our Void bonus, so we ignore 50% of the enemy's armor, which is very nice. We also have Sorcerer, Assassin, and Brawler there on the side. You see how it says 1 out of 3 and 1 out of 2? Well, the second number is how many we need to get that bonus. And Sorcerer allows us to get mana on Sorcerers faster, Assassins make them do more critical damage, and Brawler gives them more health. So if we want big boys, we will get Brawlers. At the moment, I'm just buying a few more units as we prepare to start to pound on some boys. I'm hoping to do very well at the start here, because if you win rounds you actually get more gold. So down the bottom, above where we have our champions, where we have Mordecai and Garen, just above that there's a little number, the 0. That means I have 0 gold at the moment, but we get gold each turn. And we get more gold from winning, so we want to be winning here. And I have some experience in auto chess. It's very hard to explain this game all at once, but I really do recommend trying it out if you want to give it a try. I have gotten really addicted to auto chess for a while, and it looks like I'm going to be addicted to this now. And so now that we're getting into PvP, I'm getting ready, trying to get a bit more gold, as you see here. Those are the ways to get gold. And so here, I think I'll buy the Lucian, because I've already got one Lucian. And I'll buy a Grazer, because he is also a Gunslinger. So they're both Gunslingers, which is very good for us. Oh, I didn't know you could turn them. I just turned Mordekaiser to the left. How did I do that? Okay, that's weird. Some thing about Lucian, his ability allows him to dash and shoot 2 shots at once. And as you can see here, I'm showing that all my units are targeting that one guy. So see how all, like the 3 on the right were all targeting him? That's exactly what you want to do. Because if you have more units attacking one unit, you're doing more damage, right? And that means that unit will die quicker. So I was trying to position my board to do that, with the knowledge that he'd probably put units in the middle there. At the moment here, I think I might take everyone. Yeah, I'm going to take... Nope, I'm baiting myself. I'm also at 7 gold, so I may want to get up to 10 gold, because as we saw on the gold thing earlier, if you have 10 gold, you get interest. So for each 10 gold, you get 1 interest, up to a max of 5 interest per turn. I brought the Mordekaiser, the Blitzcrank, sorry. Blitzcrank's ability is that he will pull an enemy, and he gets it right at the start, and it will be the furthest one. So he's going to pull the Cassandra here, and that can be quite good for us, but it can also times not be good. As you can see in this battle, it's going much slower because we're not targeting the same enemy until now. So that already draws out the fights more, and that could actually be beneficial for team comps that are more tanky when you want the round to last longer. But with our comp, we don't really want that. And so now we gotta pick another champion. Since I've got the most health, I pick last here. So if you look on the right where there's the numbers, whoever has the lowest number on there goes first. The issue is though, is that if that number goes to 0, you're out of the game. On our right, you can see I've got 3 Void, 1 Robot, 2 Brawlers, and I have a few different options of what to go here. I'm thinking I might take the Kha'Zix here. Okay, I can't pick, sorry, I forgot. Yeah, so it goes in twos. So I actually take the Lucian. Oh right, because that's our 3rd Lucian now, so we can actually get level 2 from that. And these ones come with an item, which is very, very useful. So we're going to have a level 2 Lucian here, which is very good for us. And we have another Lucian in our champs here. We pick up the 2 Pikes because they are an assassin. And of course assassin is the same thing as Kha'Zix, the little butterfly thing. So butterfly boy and pirate boy down there, they could work well. Gunman over here. He's a lone man at the moment. He doesn't have anyone to help him out, but I'm sure we'll finding some help in the future. So now I'm kind of changing my team comp around. I'm still trying to target the guys on the right there, as you can see, but I've got the butterfly boy jumping over them for the isolation damage. So I'm trying to get the enemies by themselves with butterfly boy, and the rest of my units I'm trying to get to target 1 unit. Here I'm at 9 gold, so I should actually sell my Graves, which is that 2nd guy there that I was over. Not that one, the other one. Sell the other one. No, no, no! Why would you do that? Okay, I guess I'm trying to get units for Lucian, Gunboy. But, oh well. Alright, so we get Pirate Boy to level 2. We currently don't have space on the board, but if we buy experience, which is down the bottom here, that we just did, we get 4 XP points, and that's enough to take us over the top. So we can put another unit on the board. Up the top it says how many units we can have, where it says 5 out of 5. We now have our 2nd assassin, and if we look back down at the buy XP button here, you can see how much XP we have at 2 out of 18. Whenever we get up a level, we can place more units on the board. Very nice. Now what we see here is our units are kind of working together, going very nicely, and taking out the enemy quite easily there. So it's working well together so far, and as you can see we don't really have much composition at the moment, and what we mean by composition is different tribes and classes. I really should find what they are here. Give me a moment, let's just check real quick. Oh, where did I have it? I haven't got it open at the moment. So now I'm repositioning my units for these Krugs. The Krugs are a NPC camp, which we get every now and then. So these ones, they're very tanky. And the main thing we want to do is kind of grip up for them as much as possible, so we get as much damage as possible. So they are origins. So for example, Void is an origin, kind of like where the character is from, and crosses. So I had the second one right. Very good. So this isn't going amazingly well this round, but we're still getting it done. The main thing is we just didn't have enough damage for them, since they're quite tanky. We do have a few demons in our thing there that we weren't buying. So Tristana there is a gunslinger, which we need. And so look at this, look at this. I buy the Cassidy there, the guy with the sword, but I sold one just a few rounds ago. Now I am repositioning my units back into how it was, but this time you see how Pirate Boy with a sword there on the left. He is on the left side because he is going to go to the furthest tile away. So he's actually going to grip up with where the rest of our units are. And that's what we want from him, so that we can try to target the same thing. So yep, see how he's on the right side of the map? We want to keep as many of our units on the right side as possible, so we can try and get them to target the same enemy. And it's worked pretty well. As you see, we took down the Darius, I think it was. And now they gripped up on the Cassidy, but the enemy in the end is too tanky for us. As you can see, he has more 2-stars than us. So the 2-stars are the ones that have 3 level 1s combined, and they are much, much stronger. We want to get out some level 2s ourselves here. It's just not working out very well for us at the moment, unfortunately. So putting the curve bow combines into the Ginsu's Rage Blade, which gives attack speed, which stacks infinitely. After using your ability, I think? I don't remember. But I thought, what I was thinking in my head is that Lucian does use his E a lot. So since he's using the E a lot, I would suspect he'd get a huge amount of attack speed from that. And he's gotten the first E off. And the rest of our team's getting pretty stomped up there, but Lucian is slowly dwindling them down, and now a big burst there, and it looks like we're going to get the win on that, because the Lucian is just so beefed up now. Very nicely done. And so, with the Void bonus, he also ignores a bunch of their defense, which is really good for him. Why am I trying to buy the Lulu here? The little squid thing, that doesn't fit our team comp. We don't need squid here. You see, the pirate man doesn't like the ocean because he was drowned. So buying the squid thing is probably bad for our chemistry here. I have no idea what I was trying to do here. Just looking back on it, very nice, very nice. But you learn, you learn. And I'm sure it's very hard for you guys to learn, because this game, there's just so much to explain all at once, and I feel like I'm doing a very bad job of it. So we got our Lucian running around the map. He's currently our MVP, chasing off the Zed, which is the little mask guy that was chasing him. He survives on very little health and is able to give our team the win, as my headset is dying. I'm going to have to plug my headset in here real quick, don't mind the noise. And we have a lot of health there. We were coming first until losing that fight. So thanks, mate, for costing me my top spot. Very rude of you. And now we're back at the draft. So here, I think I'm going to pick up that Cho'Gath right there that I've got my hover on, because he is a Void. And as you see, we've got 3 Voids. If we pick up him, we can take Cassidy out of our lineup, which would be very good for us. Hopefully he's still there when we get him. If we can't get him, maybe Kennen? Yeah, the Kennen looks alright if we can't get Cho'Gath. So Cho'Gath is the big dinosaur one on the other side of the map. We're making a beeline right there, and we grab it. Very nice done. Very nicely done. And he came with a Is that a curve bow? I think it's a curve bow. So we're putting Cho'Gath right in and taking Kassadin out, as I suspected. We managed to turn him to the left side again. I don't know how I do that. I need to figure out how to do that. That gives... it doesn't really help, but it's cool. You know what I mean? I was just making sure that I didn't need any more Void units before selling Kassadin. And now we have Dinosaur Boy, Lizard Boy, Pirate Boy, Gun Boy, and we have Butterfly Boy. This is a very good team composition. They're all boys, because yeah, the boys. Kha'Zix's doing work behind them, like Butterfly Boy. Sorry, it's tough for me to keep up. All right, I'm trying my best. And we've got another win there, so we're doing decently well. And if I buy XP here, it will take me up to level 6. So because it costs 4, this is the perfect time to use it in this round, because it will give me just enough to level up. Currently, when I level up, I don't really have a lot to put in, but I'm going to put in that second Lucian level 2. And we've just got 2 Lucians now. So they're going to be doing a bulk of damage, but what we're currently missing here is Dinosaur Boy and Lizard Boy are still both only level 1. And that's quite weak to be this far into the game. So you see he has a level 3 right there on the front line, as well as 3 level 2s on the front line. And so what we're seeing is that our front line's getting pretty stomped. And we need to hope that the Butterfly Boy and the Gun Boys, Gun Boys, can carry us. Unfortunately, they don't have enough damage to hold off these massive tanks, and they're gonna go down. We are still looking for that Gunslinger bonus, and I now just realised that I have a Graves, a Shotgun Boy on the bench. And I've still got a lot of gold stacked up here. So since our interest caps out at 50 gold, we want to try stay at 50 gold if we can, because we're not getting any more gold from being this high. It looks like I pick up the Z to get a 3rd assassin, but the 3rd assassin isn't going to help too much. And we buy some XP here. I think my mindset might have been from Dota Auto Chest, something that we'd do is we'd buy XP so we can get higher tier units. If you're noticing in my champion select there, where we can choose our champions, I've got different colours. The Poppy is a blue, Shen is green, and Kindred is purple. The colours indicate a different rarity of them, and the higher rarity ones are usually stronger. So, and to get them you have to be a certain level. So that's why I think I'm leveling up there. We got the Cursed Braid on our Cho'Gath, which honestly, looking back since I've played a few games now, I think it's one of the worst items in the game. But Cho'Gath's ability there, it knocks them up for nearly like 2 seconds or so, and that's really powerful. 2.5 as we just saw. Very nicely done. So in this one they have a lot of ranged units, which may work out for us since our front line is weak, but we have a good bit of damage. It just matters who does more damage in this matchup, really. And it seems to be us, which is really good. They had less of a front line than us, and that's saying something. I do like Lizard Boy and Dinosaur Boy, but they're not cutting it. If I could play this game over again, I would definitely improve my front line some way, if I could. But we are still on top, we're still winning. I found another assassin there in Katarina. And it looks like we are now putting Graves in to get the Gunslinger bonus on both the Lucians that we have. So the Gunslinger 2 out of 4 bonus, I think Gunslinger is that there's a 50% chance to attack twice instead of once. Or something like that. So that's going to help our Lucian a lot, the Gun Boy. Now we see in this one that they have a huge front line, very big front line, and they have that one assassin. So this is all going to be about can we survive long enough for our damage dealers to do enough to their tanks. And as you can see there, Warwick on the right there, the dog is on our Pirate Boy. Pirate Boy has sacrificed himself so that our Russians could survive and then do their thing. Now this Darius, this really strong raid boss, is running us down, but crutches it. Okay, that was nice. Just enough. Gotta get the Taunter mode out there. Very nicely done. So we pick up another Graves, hoping to level up our current one. We're still not getting anything for our front line, we're still going for levels. Again, I'm very used to auto chess where I would try to get a high level as soon as possible. In the top here, you can kind of see what's coming in the next following rounds. So the little helmet means that it's just a PvP round, just a normal PvP round as you're seeing now. The little island means the draft, and we also have a battle after that. And the final one is an NPC camp called the Raptors. And so the Raptors are basically assassins, do the same thing as the Butterfly and Pirate Boys, and they do a lot of damage. In this fight what we see is that this guy's front line is really strong, and we can't survive long enough, so we die. Really unfortunate that, but not much you can do. Since we are still at the top of the health bar, we will be last pick, and I am looking at that Misfortune right there, the one with the pirate hat on, which is immediately taken. The reason why is because she's a pirate and a gunslinger. Oh look, I'm even putting in chat. Yeah, try to make him feel bad. So who am I? It looks like I might be going for that Evelyn there, because she's an assassin. And I think we might already have an Evelyn on our board. No, we instead take the Carthus. I don't think we're going to use Carthus. So maybe we're taking Carthus to sell him? Yeah, we sold the Carthus just for 5 gold, I guess. Decent use. So now we have another level 2 Kazig's, a Butterfly Boy. And what we can do with that is if we get another level 2, we can make the level 3s that you've been seeing, the really strong level 3 units. I put in Zed, the little masked boy, so that we get the assassin bonus. So now our assassins will be doing more damage on critical hits. And the main idea for the assassins is just to distract the enemy while our backline gets enough damage off. Unfortunately, they've been stopped by the level 3 Darius and the level 3 Warwick, and we got smashed. This enemy is much stronger than us. He has a lot of level 3s and a lot of level 2s, which we do not have. We get another Pike here trying to level up, and we level up our Zed to level 2, which is a good sign. But our front line is still far too weak. That's why I'm putting some items on them. I'm hoping that the items will be enough to get them strong enough to survive. We just haven't seen any Rek'Sais or Cho'Gaths. Even our Graves is still level 1, so those level 1s are a real issue. And as you can see, this guy, he has a level 3 and a bunch of level 2s, very little level 1s. And yeah, it seems as if they're going to be too tanky yet again. I think we lost to this guy just before. But the Lucian is popping off. He's not going to let this one go. He wants this one. Oh, look at how close it is. Oh, no. Oh, that was so close. Unlucky Lucian.
I'll sleep when they're dead.
So, now we're versing that Raptors camp. And they are going to be assassins. They're going to jump right onto our backline. I level up to get another unit on the board. Yeah. So we can put another unit on the board, which we put in that Grushian back onto the board. to get a bit more damage. Since our front line is going to die, we just have to rely on damage at this point. So since I had a weak front line in the Cho'Gath and the Rek'Sai, I decided to hedge into some assassins to jump on the back line and to try to distract the enemy while my tanks did some damage. So the spatula item you see here, I didn't know what it did at this point, so I just put it onto a random unit. I think I might have put it on the second Rishien or something. But the spatula, you can actually combine it with other items and it makes some really good and fun items. So I'm just wondering what it does at this point. I have no idea. I see the gangplank here is a gunslinger, and so I was thinking of switching out the Graves for the gangplank, the guy with the gun and the cutlass. So I give that to my Cho'Gath to get Spear of Soljin, and Spear of Soljin just makes it that he gets a lot of his mana back per attack. That's going very well. Sorry for that noise in the background, by the way. I forgot that I had my actual rig crane open as well while playing this, so we had the sound. You see this little chest here that the enemy got. If you have 3 pilots, you get that chest, which gives you extra gold per round. We nearly have the pilot bonus. We have 2 out of 3. We need 1 more if we want that. I don't think we're going to get it because we don't really need it. We already have more gold than we know what to spend with. So we actually get 2 misfortunes, which are the champion that we wanted. So I immediately sell the Graves, and I put the misfortune in there.
The fun begins.
And I even put the spatula on Zed. Okay, it's going to be very useful on Zed. And now I'm rearranging a bit because it's all basically about if I can do enough damage. So Misfortune, she does damage in a line. So hopefully she's going to hit all that front line with her ulti when she gets it. But it looks like our team is dying too quick for her ulti to be very effective. And there's her ulti. She instead uses it on 1 unit. And we are getting stomped. Things are going downhill quick. Oh, how the mighty have fallen. Okay, so what are we going to do to bring this back? Well, we have 2 choices. We can improve our front line, or we can level up our Misfortune. As you can see, we get a level 2 Cho'Gath there, which is going to be very, very helpful. And we're just refreshing. The refresh refreshes the champions in your selection there. And we get a level 2 Misfortune. Oh, actually, it seems like we've been a bit late. We didn't get to combine them just yet. So we're not going to have the level 2 Misfortune for this battle. But we look very good now with the level 2 Cho'Gath. Brought in big bulk. And we had a huge amount of damage bursting them down there. And I think that's the guy we were having problems with before, so that's very nice to see. I still don't think we're quite strong enough to get the win just yet, but with a good pick in the draft here, we might be able to. And I'm suspecting I took Cho'Gath. Oh, or did I take the Kha'Zigs? Because we do have 2 level 2 Kha'Zigs, so we're close to a level 3 Kha'Zigs. Am I taking the Swain? Okay, I take the Swain.
Guns blazing.
Interesting Swain pick. And we sell him for the gold. Okay, so I was basically buying stuff to sell it here. If we decide to put it on the pike as well. So putting that on the pike actually doesn't really help much. The pike doesn't need to be tanky is the thing. Now I'm just hoping for something, just anything to help here. I think I'm getting pretty desperate here. Alright, we need one more Kha'Zix, and then we've got level 3 as our team is getting demolished in the front lines here. You saw our front lines fall pretty quick here, just because we have a very bad front line. And this has really been our demise of the game, that we just don't have a strong enough front line. And this is where we have to go all out here. We have to spend as much gold as we can. I instead try to change up my composition, trying to have all my damage dealers in the left there protected by our front line. That's not going to help. And there we have the level 3 Kha'Zix.
The fun begins.
I don't think we're able to get much more here. But our other enemies are still stronger than us, unfortunately. So we might have to get a bit lucky here. Okay, this one's going very well. It looks like our Cho'Gath beat up a bunch of the damage as well as our assassins. And never mind, we got demolished out of nowhere. Oh, and we actually died of that one. Oh, okay.